Shout out to the fam, man. Thank y'all for joining me for another excellent episode of Ring Kings Boxing. We up in this thing, man. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all joining us. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. We up in this thing. I'm Big Q, man, and we're gonna talk a little Devin Haney this time and what's potentially ahead. What's next for Devin after a very controversial fight with Lomachenko. And a lot they're appealing the decision that occurred, and a lot of people feel like Lomachenko won the fight. I'm one of the people. I thought it was a very close fight, but I most certainly didn't think it was what it was. And Devin Haney and Bill, those guys are carrying on like, "Hey, man, we won the fight straight up," and and I guess that's the stance you would take. But I don't see. I was hoping to get a rematch here between Haney and Lomachenko to get it right, and that would be fair in boxing. But that's like in life, and like a lot of things in love, sometimes you don't get a fair shake, right? So anyway, Devin Haney slams, effing sore loser Lomachenko amid fight decision appeal. So this is coming by way of the Bleacher Report. Going into it, this thing, and Lomachenko lost a close fight by unanimous decision against undisputed lightweight champion Devin Haney. Not too long ago. And of course, in the Twitter post, Haney blasted Lomachenko by saying this guy's an effing sore loser. And here's the tweet right here from Devin. He says, this guy's an effing sore loser. Get this privileged sore loser out of boxing. He makes excuses as he goes. Take your loss like a man and stop crying. It was set up for you to win for the third time in your career, and you failed. Tell the commission, give me my $400,000 back for that push. So they did pile on there as well. So anyway, the judges all scored the fight in Haney's favor: 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and 115 to 113. The debate, however, who actually won was in the immediate aftermath of the fight, because Lomachenko had a clear advantage in the later rounds, and there were boos in the MGM Garden Arena in Las Vegas where the decision was announced. Haney remained undefeated with 30-0 with 15 knockouts. Lomachenko 17-3 with 11 knockouts. Was hoping to finally become undisputed lightweight champion, a feat he never accomplished despite an illustrious career that once saw him reign as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the game. I don't want to talk about decision, Lomachenko said after the fight. According to Coppinger, all the people, he says, they seen what happened. It was visibly emotional locker room. We did see him crying in the locker room as well. We did see that. And Lomachenko and his team appeared to be hoping for an immediate rematch. Haney already has his eyes set for future opponents, marquee matchups against Tank Davis, maybe perhaps Shakur Stevenson, to weight him if he chooses to remain at lightweight. He also is reportedly considering moving up to 140 to challenge the winner of the title fight between Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez, according to Coppinger. Now, what's interesting is the Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez fight. I was watching, the little preview of the fight, and I seen Josh Taylor walk out on the interview against Teofimo Lopez. He said the guy's unstable. He got tired of the BS that he was talking about, the takeover and all of this. And Teofimo Lopez had a very solid fight against Lomachenko, but all those injuries and all of this, the extension of play when he was out, and he finally got an opportunity against George Kambosos, and Kambosos took it from him. Is this a situation where Teofimo Lopez can be a champion again? I really think Josh Taylor will beat Teofimo Lopez. I think it's over for Teofimo, and I like Teofimo. I think they're doing a little too much talking. I think he needs to change teams, and his paw is really a problem to a degree. But I think Josh Taylor beats Teofimo Lopez in this matchup. So it's Shakur, it's Tank Davis or Shakur Stevenson, guys that he wants to face. Me personally, I would like to see the Lomachenko and Devin Haney fight redo part 2. I think it'll be nasty. I think it'll be a really interesting fight before he decides to go up. But I don't even think that's something that they're even looking at. They're kind of looking at, and I've heard, he's said it before about possibly moving up in weight classes. So if that is indeed the case, what about this matchup with Regis Prograis? So. And this is what Regis says about Devin Haney will nap when he hits. So anyway, let's go into this one from Boxing News 24. And they said Regis Prograis believes Devin Haney will fall apart and take a nap when he lands his big shots on him if the two fighters fight this season. If Haney fights fails to happen, the WBC light welterweight champion Regis Prograis, who's 34, says his promoter Eddie Hearn will try and match him in a unification against IBF title holder Subriel Matias. So the guy is dangerous puncher with massive power in both hands. Haney has a lot of doubters that he needs to prove wrong after this fight, so he will need to perform to show that he's got what it takes to be a star. The undisputed lightweight champion Haney is moving up to the weight of 140 after his victory over Lomachenko, and he wants to become a 2-division world champion right away by challenging Prograis, who's 28-1 with 24 knockouts for his WBC title. So could that be something? Would that be interesting, man, as a possible situation to happen? Now, it's still too early to know if Haney will fight Prograis. If it does happen, it's going to be a huge one that will generate a lot of interest at the 140-pound division. Prograis has a title defense. He needs to get out of the way first against Danilito Zarilla, who's 17-1 with 13 knockouts on June the 17th in the Smoothie King, son. I'm trying to go to that one. This will be a Prograis first defense of his WBC 140-pound title that he won last November against Jose Zapata. So if it's possible, can Prograis and Haney work? Eddie Hearn says that after the Matias fight for unification, you would know, maybe even Haney. Haney had one more fight or something like that on his contract with them, so maybe I can fight Haney or Matias, and Regis Prograis to the fight. He told Fight Club TV about him possibly fighting Devin Haney after the next title defense, June the 17th. He said, Eddie told me that's a while ago they were going to try to get Devin. You and Devin's going to be a big fight. We're going to try to bring back Devin after the Loma fight, and it looks like that's what's happening according to Regis Prograis. So what do you guys think about this? Now, obviously, a lot of people would like to see the rematch between Devin Haney and Lomachenko, finally get that out of the way. But just in case that doesn't happen, and it appears that it won't, that he could be possibly lining up a fight with Regis Prograis at the next level. Or do you see Haney fighting Shakur Stevens or Tank Davis? Y'all put it in the comments section. How do you feel about who Haney fights next? And I know a lot of you guys say make it right, against Lomachenko. Too much, smoke right there. It was too close. Let's see another fight, and I think that would kind of settle the deal. But and of course we heard Lomachenko's people saying that he's scared to fight him. That's why he's all this kind of stuff. So listen, y'all put it in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about a fight against the rematch against Lomachenko or moving up to go against Regis Prograis. What do y'all guys feel about it? All potential fights against Shakur Stevens and Tank Davis. How do y'all feel about those as well? With that being said, we're going to get out on that. Listen, I appreciate you guys chiming in for this episode of Ring Kings Boxing. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and by all means, please share the show's links on your social media feed. I'm Big Q chiming in with Ring Kings Boxing. Shout out to my partner, Eddie Two Mean Johnson. Rest in power. And I'm holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.